keep banging this. Call to order the Batavia Park District Board of Commissioners regular board meeting on March 19th, 2024 at 7:02. Please call the roll.
Larson.
Here.
Bell.
Here.
Tillman.
Here.
Gray. Callahan.
Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Any items to be added, removed, or changed from the agenda today?
Yes, I would like to remove personnel from executive session.
All righty. So we're removing 13A.
And we'll do that next month.
We will do that next month, yes.
Keep the anticipation going.
Let's see. I have to pull this up. Haven't done it in a little bit. Okay, so entertain a motion to establish the consent agenda as follows. Approval of the regular board meeting minutes of February 20th, the executive session of February 20th, the approved paid expenditures, approval of the expense approval report, investment summary, approval of the income statement, approval of purchases, approval of ordinance number 416 for surplus property, and approval of license agreement between the Batavia Park District and Fox Valley Special Rec Association for the lease of the lodge at Laurelwood.
A motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, right? Motion by Bell, second by Larson. Please call the roll.
Bell.
Say
Aye.
Larson.
Aye.
Tillman.
aye. Motion is approved.
Is aye or nay?
Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as established.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Bell, second by Larson. All of those approved, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, guest matters from the public. Seeing nobody rushing forward, I will move on. Item number 7, matters from the commissioners. Does anybody have anything to comment on? No?
Thank you.
We are rolling right down to the most exciting part of the entire evening.
Oh my gosh.
Which is the announcements.
It's a lot of pressure. Good evening, Batavia. Do you know what happens in March? The free community egg hunt is back, and this year all the little bunnies are invited to hop over to West Main Community Park for the annual egg hunt sponsored by Culver's Batavia. The hunt begins promptly at 10 o'clock a.m., so please arrive at least 15 minutes early so you don't miss out on the hunt. Also to remember to bring your basket to hold all of the goodies. After the hunt, stay and have your photo taken with the bunny. And speaking of the bunny, do you know what the bunny's favorite sport is? It's basketball. So if you're looking for a slam dunk activity for your family next week during spring break, bring them to Youth Open Basketball Gym every day, March 25th through the 28th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Civic Center. Kids are $3 per player, and all adults accompanied by children play for free. If the thought of spring break stresses you out, or if you're looking to enjoy some me time, drop in and enjoy one of the daily yoga classes offered through the district. Programs range from beginning yoga to yoga for bone health. The drop-in rate is $13 per class. If calm exercise doesn't excite you, you can come and try one of the fitness variety classes offered for $7 per class. The full schedule is available online or in the fun guide. Okay. Health and wellness program goes past yoga, tai chi, and fitness at Batavia Park District. Did you know that the district also offers all kinds of informative one-day programs? Spring programs include women's self-defense, better gut health, Simple Solutions to Golfers and Tennis Elbow, and Aromatherapy and Essential Oils 101. I don't know about you, but these programs smell really sweet. And this isn't a joke. The next session of exciting programs and activities begins in the district the week of April Fools. New programs include dance for children as young as 2.5 years, all the way through our new adult dance programs. Lacrosse, tennis, and karate programs join soccer, t-ball, and track programming beginning the first week as well. For those who are looking for a mental challenge, youth chess, Magic the Gathering, and Learn to Play Dungeons and Dragons classes are also offered this April. So search out for variety programs online at bataviaparks.org to find your next exciting adventure. Early bird registration is now open for the Windmill World 5K and the new Kids 1 Mile Fun Run. Registration information is available online at bataviaparks.org. And it is hard to believe, I know that we're sitting here, that Hall Quarry Beach will be opening in a little over 2 months. And I can guarantee you that the first step to getting rid of all of your sweaters and getting into swimsuits is purchasing your season pass at early bird rates. Preseason passes are heavily discounted and they pay for themselves after 6 visits. Passes begin at $62 per pass, and children 2 years and under are always free. Let's see, also on sale are Batavia Uncorked tickets for this new casual wine event. This inaugural year is on June 8th, Mile. There's no joke there, and it gets me all tongue-tied. So, thank you everyone for listening, and remember to play your way, Batavia.
And you can see Katie on Wednesday nights at Open Mic at the Comedy Bowl.
Oh my God.
You know, I think I read about the Easter Bunny and basketball on the Snapple lid, that same quote. That's his favorite sport. Right, yeah. Thank you.
Basketball.
Right, that was
That's a good one.
right.
That's a good one.
All right, item number 9, staff reports.
Yes. Let's start with our Director of Finance.
We received the funds from the 2024 bond issuance. So these are an important part of our capital development program. So that wraps up the 2024 issuance, at least for now. We're continuing to prepare for the 2023 financial audit. We have our final field work coming up in April. I also just wanted to mention that interest income, we received significantly higher in 2023 compared to 2022, just because of the Federal Reserve's actions with increasing the Federal Reserve funds rate. So that drove up interest income significantly for us. And on tonight's agenda is a resolution to approve the Illinois funds as a depository for the Park District. So this wouldn't replace any of our other investment options, it would just be in addition to it. And they also offer better rates than any of our current investment options.
That's always good.
Yes. And then lastly, the new credit card processor continues to be a very good success for the Park District. We haven't had any issues, and I would expect it to save approximately $10,000 over the course of the year. It's hard to get an exact number since when we started, just because of the timing of programming registration. It's a little different compared to last year, but certainly later in the year I'll provide more of an update on comparison of fees.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you may not get an accurate number because it may be easier for people to use their cards with
Right.
this, and so we get more. But
Right.
for those who, I'm sure you know, for those who don't know, there's 3 charges every time somebody uses a credit card. There's the exchange for like MasterCard or whatever. There's the issuer gets their money, whoever issued that card, and then there's the credit. And if it's 10 grand just for this, because the other ones are a wash, that you're still going to pay those, right? But that's huge. That's a lot of money for the volume that we do. And you're saying that the old processor just raised their rates again.
They did.
So, that's,
I guess they're doubling down.
yeah, that's a lot. Yeah,
So
And they can do so with very little notice.
yeah.
It's incredible.
Do we have like a contract in place to keep things at a certain rate for a certain amount of time?
It's a annual contract
Okay.
with VSI, Vermont Systems. So technically, when we get to that annual expiration, then they could raise rates, but they claim that they haven't done that yet since they started PayTrack, which is our new processor. So we'll see in the future. It certainly could, but
Right.
Yeah.
I think we're still better off
Right,
under the new
sounds like it.
processor than the old one.
Yeah, they're getting money from all sorts of different ways, so they don't need to raise their rates, so, yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
All right, next up, Director of Facilities and Trades.
Yes, we had a big couple weeks for our capital projects. Last week, we held a pretty good walkthrough for the Peg Bond Center roof replacement. We had about 7 to 8 contractors show up, which was great. So we're looking to, it's going to be a competitive bid coming our way. So it was good to see that many show up. This week we went out to bid for the West Main Boom pickleball courts, and yesterday we went out to bid for the Callahan construction, or Callahan Community Center construction. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to awarding those at the next board meeting. So yeah, exciting.
Is going out to bid, and like, is a 2-week time frame normal for like going out to bid and then?
Yeah, I
saying
believe
we're
it's a
done?
minimum of 2 weeks.
Okay.
Some of these we set a little longer, just
Because there's more to do.
yeah, more to do, and just to give it a little more, get more people involved. You
Yeah.
know, see if we can reach out to give it a little more time.
Cool.
Have more contractors contact us. So.
And what's cool is that open house that they just had was just local contractors. So there was a lot of interest just from the local.
For the outreach that we did for
yeah, that'd be
construction,
awesome.
yeah. So we had local contractors come in to get an idea of the project and try to just get that local interest. So.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's awesome. Cool.
Director of Parks.
Sure. Just want to give a couple of quick updates on a couple of the projects I've been working on. Talked about both of them last month. Alice and Josh and I met with Tim Paloy and Karen Miller. Tim's from Hay & Associates, and Karen Miller is from the fabulous Fox River Water Trail. Met with them this past month, a couple weeks ago, and talked over different options that they were very interested in trying to put on their list for this year. They're meeting with all the property owners along the Fox, and we were one of them that have stuff that are ready for them. Went over the Clark Island option and the boat launch down at Clark Island that we have that needs repair, and the dock down at the Depot Pond was another option we talked about, and then the transition on the water level trail going underneath the Peace Bridge with the stairs. And they seemed very interested in the Clark Island boat launch, very intriguing to them, and it was kind of probably the one that was closest to being ready to go. So we're looking forward to hearing back from them, and pretty soon to see if it actually makes it on the list for 2024 for design and construction in 25. So
Did you meet, when you said you met with them, you'd like take them out, like,
no,
no?
showed them pictures.
Just showed them pictures.
We sent pictures to them, but it was just our first meeting solely about this,
Okay.
about us.
Oh.
It was our first one to kind of kick it off on, to show them the options we had.
Okay.
And he was bringing all that back to the committee and to the engineering company to talk about it. And then they're gonna pick what they can afford for this year, hopefully relatively soon, because they need to get going on it.
How many people are they meeting with? Do you know?
No, not off the top of my head. Every landowner.
Is interested to talk to them.
borders
Even
the
private
Fox.
landowners?
Even what?
Private landowners?
That's my understanding.
Oh, okay.
So as far north as Wisconsin, all the way
Yeah, because it
down.
goes on.
Yeah.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed for us.
Yep, yep. It didn't sound like they were choosing huge projects.
Sure.
They just want a bunch, they want to spread out the access.
A bunch of little stuff.
Yep, so there's even amounts. So there's not one here and then 20 miles down, there's another one. They want it pretty even throughout the whole. So they're not looking for big projects. So,
Low hanging fruit that they can get done right away.
yep.
And they can say, we have something here, here, here.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, good, yeah, we'll take
Yeah,
it.
so that's pretty cool. And hopefully pretty soon. And then the other thing I'm working on that I'm super excited about is a GIS app that I'm working with the city on. Mike came in from the city. I met with him last week. And he's gonna be putting together an app just for us. It's a GIS app that currently we have the option, we can get on the county website, they have GIS, and we can get property owners, boundaries. That's about it. I don't think there's any measuring capability, but we can get, that's where we go for our boundary lines and things like that. He's making us our own app where we can do boundary lines, property owners, we'll have drawing capabilities to make maps, measurements, and then later, as we get into the system, figure out what we really want, how we want to do it, he's going to be able to help us populate it with like trees, memorial benches, all that stuff, playgrounds. So super excited to get that started.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
that'll help us a lot, so that's all I got. Fun stuff.
Thanks, Kim. And our Director of Talent and Culture.
Happy to report we're at 95% of our goal for seasonal employment.
Wow.
So the only posting we have left is the swim instructors. So other than that, we're fully stocked for quarry and camp. So that's exciting because it's not even April 1st. So we beat our goal. We're wrapping up our seasonal orientation video with staff. So this year we'll be doing an actual video for safety training for the seasonal staff. And we'll be hosting a back safety training for Paderma and all the partners. So we're excited about that out at our maintenance building. That's about it.
All right, thanks, Lynn. And the last meeting before, she goes on FMLA leave.
Yep.
Our Director of Community Recreation.
Thank you. I'm excited about some new adult classes we're offering. So we just hired a new fitness instructor. We'll be offering bar and dance fitness classes that are starting in the next couple weeks. Camp registration started about 2 weeks ago now. Our highest enrollment yet, we hit wait lists from K to 2 automatically, all 11 weeks. Staff has begun to take people off the wait list. So I just ask people to continue to get on that wait list because we're working hard to get you in camp. We had a grand opening of our spring exhibit, at the depot, had our highest attendance for the markets and meal, and thanks to marketing for helping us with promotions, the posters, social media. It was a great turnout, so yeah.
That's awesome.
How are people getting on it if they're waitlisted? Is it that you're adding more staff? You're able to do that, or?
It's locations and just where we can move things around.
Okay.
We got a lot off on Friday off the wait list. There's a few very popular weeks that we're trying. Mostly our K through 2. Our 3 and 4s have a little bit of wait lists, and our 5 and 6 we still have openings. So
Okay.
just moving things around on certain weeks to get as many people in as possible.
It's good marketing and word of mouth for the camp. It's a great camp.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Great job.
And what's really helpful too is Brittany's been working with the Fox Valley Special Recreation Association.
Yes.
So we'll have an extra bus. They're going to loan us their bus
Oh, very cool.
during certain times.
And then we have to navigate the construction by the 7-Eleven.
We do.
Yeah.
It's very concerning for her. Yeah, her favorite field trip.
We definitely do.
Slurpee field trip?
Yeah.
All right, and the longest job title ever, Director of Creative Development and Community Engagement.
So the Marketing and Community Outreach Department has been busy promoting the Spring Fun Guide as well as creating the Summer Fun Guide. It's always very busy in the department just prepping for the future. The recreation team, there's some amazing programs coming in the summer as well as some great bands for the River Rhapsodies. So the new Summer Fun Guide will hit homes in the middle of April. So look for it in your mailbox around the week of April 15th. But it'll be chock full of all kinds of fun programs. Marketing efforts for the Hall Quarry Beach, I mentioned earlier about preseason passes are on sale right now. The pass sales are off to a very good start this year. We are currently as of the beginning of this week, roughly about a quarter of the way through our preseason goal. It is an ambitious goal, and we are happy where we're sitting with our past sales. And then also, the marketing team has been busy securing sponsors and advertisers for the summer and fall programs. We'll go into it in another month with our sponsorship guide that we've created. But along with this sponsorship, we have a really exciting opportunity for the community. This has not come up before, but we will be working on the Clark Island recreation area with a new park and some new amenities. And part of that amenity is a fitness court. And we are inviting the community of Batavia to actually to put their name or their business name into that park, to make their place in support of a healthy Batavia. And so it's called the National Fitness Campaign Fitness Court, and it's a free to use and fully accessible body weight fitness court that'll be right off the bike path. So we're really excited to be bringing this to the community, and think that a lot of our residents and people who just love parks would love to have their name on the fitness court. So if you're interested, please reach directly out to me at KDB, it's KATIE, as in boy, at bataviaparks.org, or visit the sponsorship page on our website. It's under sponsorship opportunities. So that's good.
We got all that equipment in recently.
We did.
That's exciting.
Absolutely.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yes, yep.
One step closer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Alrighty, item number 10, Executive Director's Report.
Moving right along.
Yup.
All right, let's make sure it works, because we never have any issues with technology. Oh, maybe with the lighting. Thank you. My phone flashlight. All right, welcome to the March Executive Director's Report. It's okay. Yes. All right, so Gail Gabota is on the far right-hand side, and she is illustrious. She does graphic design. That's really her forte that she does for us, one of her many brilliant talents. And she's also a mentor to high school students. So the marketing department works very closely with the graphic design program at the Batavia High School, and we loan out Gail to the high school students. And the two students that you see in the picture are actually those that she's mentored for a competition. It's called Valleys. Yes, Valleys. And it's a competition where all the high schools compete, and Gail's two mentees ended up in second place out of all the high schools in the King County area. Wow. So they're given a topic. So the topic was spreading kindness. And so they had to figure out a brand, they had to create a logo, they had to create a public awareness campaign, and they had to build it out. So Gail was actually able to work closely with them and get them to really understand the importance of a comprehensive branding campaign. And so just one of many ways that our staff does community outreach, and it benefits our own community as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, on the far left is actually the graphic design teacher.
Okay.
She looks like one of the students. To be that young.
I couldn't tell
very
who was
cute.
doing that.
Yeah. And here's our very own Katie Burgess, our stand-up comedian here at the Park District. And she was participating in First Fridays at State Representative Barbara Hernandez's office, and that's in Aurora. And so First Fridays, they have it where all the restaurants and bars and sidewalk sales, everything opens up, and people can just flow through the downtown merchants. And again, Barbara Hernandez had her offices open, and she had food as well. And it was Park District night, so Katie was representing the Batavia Park District, along with Fox Valley Park District was there. And Katie was promoting our Depot Museum and the Hall Quarry Beach. And ironically, as you know, we've got a lot of North Aurora and Aurora residents within our campus within our jurisdiction. And so it was a great opportunity to capture some of those people that maybe feel like, they're not located centrally in Batavia, but they actually get a chance to feel like they're a part of our agency, our district. So thank you, Katie, for representing us on a Friday night. So this is something that we are actually really excited about. We're kind of geeked up about because it streamlines our maintenance requests for the facilities and trades departments. So it's been a long time coming. We've been working off the emails for way too long. So this is actually, we have a request portal and it sends things in real time. We've got a backup in case someone's out of the office. It goes to the second in command. But we can attach files, so if staff is somewhere and they see like a hole in the wall and they want it to, because that does not happen very often. But let's just say there was a renter.
Some vandal put the hole in the wall.
Yeah, vandal, not a
Just a
renter, a vandal
vandal.
put a hole in the wall. And staff sees it, they can snapshot a picture of it and then send it immediately right through, even through their phone, send it to our maintenance. And so it's been great because there's a lot more dialogue back and forth. You can see like priority requests, completion dates. So it really is more of a thorough system.
Is this another outgrowth of our new, like, people that are maintaining all of our websites and systems and stuff? Or who built this?
This is a third party.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Maintain X.
Since like, Power Apps maybe?
The what?
Since Power Apps? Probably. But anyway, go on.
Yeah. And we can also track hours for a project, cost of a project, and we can collect all of that, which will help with budgeting and trying to cost estimates for future projects.
So it's a full comprehensive package.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then allocated staff time.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
right.
fantastic.
You got all these things to take care of.
Why did this project take, and all that. So yeah, no, there's a lot of information, a lot of data we can put into it, and it'll be beneficial for sure.
So it's a great internal customer service tool that will benefit the external customers.
Absolutely.
So we're geeked up about it.
Yeah.
Efficiency is always something to be
Very
excited
cool.
about.
More technology, the better.
Yeah. Yep. And so switching gears to something a little bit more colorful. So the Aurora Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, even though Batavia doesn't have heads and beds, usually it's hotel taxes that supplement the income for the Aurora Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. But they still want the Batavia Park District active and involved in promoting our events and our facilities. So in this case, they came up with a sticker challenge to discover all that the Aurora area has to offer. So our Depot Museum was featured, and so the marketing department again was working with the AACVB on this promotion. So it's really cool. It's kind of like imagine a bingo card, and you have to get stickers at all the different museums, kind of like a passport. So we're really pleased and excited to be a part of this. So Brittany and her team have been working closely on this project. So you can see the little free spaces up there. So it's a fun twist to the passport idea. So you may have heard, those of you watching at home, about a chemical spill at Mahoney Creek. Actually, that was passed through Mahoney Creek. The city of Batavia is working with consultants right now and engineering firms on cleaning up Mahoney Creek. One of our parks was impacted, it was Shanahan Grove Park, but it is currently in the process of being cleaned up. Our staff, as seen here, here's Eddie and George. They are in our Parks Department, and along with 10 others, including Josh and Kim, went door to door and hung up these doorknob hangers for the city. And
those are huge doorknob hangers. I think those are more yard signs than doorknob.
Oh no, the one on the left.
Oh, Those are huge.
And then the picture on the right.
Okay, thank you. Clarify.
Make sure I'm looking at the same thing.
The scale's a little off.
Yeah, okay.
That's true, yeah, that's the scale for you.
Yeah.
And so, thank goodness the marketing department has large format printers, so we were able to use that and our laminating machines in-house, so we could be a good neighbor, a good partner to the city and just help get the word out, because ultimately it's the city that's taking the lead on this, working with the industrial business that started the leak, and we will get reimbursed for any materials that were used and staff time that was used. So.
Have you guys been getting feedback from the public on that, or questions? Or is there people mostly contacting the city?
Yeah, they're actually contacting that phone number. I asked the front office again today, have you had anybody, if you had a lot of requests, concerns, and no, not at all.
Okay,
So people know to go to the website and go to their website. Yeah, mcreek@bataviail.gov, or call that phone number. Yep. So, yeah, our role is just somebody to help
Just
get
info,
info out,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
And then Kimmy alluded to it with the changing of the seasons. Painwoods Park is chock full of oak trees. Along with oak trees comes a lot of debris underneath, especially after a long winter. Actually, it was a little bit shorter winter, actually. but so our crew cleared out the buckthorn and honeysuckle.
It's really nice.
And
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
so these
Those trees can breathe.
That's
night and
a
day
lot of
difference.
work, yeah. That's a lot of work.
So, and then they also spread native seeds, and they also went in and got rid of the invasive species too. So, so it's a lot of love that goes into clearing out, but our Parks Department is determined, and that is that area gets a lot with that playground there. It gets a lot of attention, a lot of playtime. There's a walking path there. There's the playground. And it's right in the heart of a heavy residential area. Egg sighting Easter fun.
Puns and the word sign. The best.
So we do have 3 egg hunts. We've got a tween flashlight hunt coming up this Friday. Ben?
And she has a party to go to.
Well, you can invite, if you're going to be going to a party, you can invite your friends too to the next
there you go.
party.
Friends go to your party.
That's right. And then at 10 a.m. on Saturday, we have our traditional egg hunt. And then, of course, in the bottom right-hand corner, that's our egg dash. Vice President Tillman has been good about, he likes to purchase the egg dash for his neighbors to surprise them. So that's also an idea for those of you watching at home. You can treat someone to an egg dash. So instead of DoorDash, it's an egg dash where Chuck the Duck and the recreation team bring treats to your front door for a little scavenger hunt.
That's very exciting. I get very excited about it.
Mm-hmm. And that is a wrap. We end on that note.
Awesome. Thank you. All righty. Item number 12 on business. Approval of permanent utility easement and temporary construction easement at Carriage Crest Park. If I remember correctly, we talked about this last time.
You remember correctly.
And this is, I do appreciate the updated drawings that we have that really outline like where this is. Is there any other follow-up on what's in here?
Yep.
So then I will entertain a motion to approve the permanent utility easement and temporary construction easement at Carriage Crest Park as presented.
Motion to approve.
Second?
That is motion by Larson, second by Bell. Please call the roll.
Larson.
Aye.
Bell.
Aye.
Tillman.
Aye. Motion carries. Again, thank you for the updated diagrams. That really helped me a lot when I was looking through this because I can't really follow these things as well as people like Pat can see them in their sleep. So.
I just trusted Kim's opinion on it.
Yeah. Item number 12B, approval of resolution number 303, resolution declaring proposed land dedication inappropriate for park use.
So I did include information about this in my email to the board on Friday. Just to refresh your memory, this is about the Pulte development, Ashton Ridge. that is being proposed for McKee and Van Ortwick in that area. And the land that Pulte wanted to give to us or donate to us is actually more stormwater detention basins. And so it's really inappropriate for parkland use. So we would like to, we're recommending that we opt for the cash donation.
Yeah.
How much was the cash donation that we were?
Upwards of $740,000.
Instead of a water basin?
Three water basins.
Oh.
Stormwater detention
That's
basins.
$250,000 per basin.
So the caveat here is that the way that the land cash ordinance is written with the city is that we wouldn't, if indeed this goes through, because city council still has to approve the development, but if indeed this goes through, the park district would only get the cash donations once the closing of the homes takes place on an individual
All of those.
basis.
Oh, so after all the homes are
Oh, we'd
built?
get a percentage
Yeah.
of each until it added up to the total?
So like $10 at a time?
Yeah,
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 something like that.
correct, that's my understanding.
right. So it
By
could be
unit.
over a period of years.
But they don't pay it all out until everything's done though, if I remember correctly, right? Or is it in increments?
It's incremental as they continue to sell and close.
So they have to get income in right before they can start paying.
No, I get it, but I didn't think they paid for every single, like, as soon as one house closes, we get a check. I thought it was, they accumulated a bunch.
Yeah, I don't know
probably
that
possible.
specifically,
How
we can
it's
find that out.
When we've had some of these before, if I remembered correctly, we had to wait until, at that time, it was the very last house was sold and we were able to get a check, but things may have changed.
Probably
Yeah,
in
I think
phases.
they-
That's something
rewritten.
to, yeah.
They've rewritten the
Okay.
land cash ordinance, so we're really at the mercy of the city, but we can double check. and-
Yeah, can we just, I'd like to know, like,
Yep.
because that's actually right in my neighborhood. As soon as I see another house, I'm like, ding. But, yeah. So just, I need to know kind of where we're at.
Or we could get the 3 water basins. So let's
Right,
think about
there
this.
is another option.
I can entertain this motion and you can vote it down. I'm going for the cash rather than the
Yes, I know.
water basin. So,
Well, and the beautiful part is that Memorial Park is right down the
yes,
street.
it's right there.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's just up the
3-minute walk.
street. Yeah, so it's not like we need another park right there. Yeah. So entertain a motion to approve resolution number 303, resolution declaring proposed land dedication inappropriate for park use as presented.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Bell, second by Larson. Please call the roll.
Bell,
Aye.
Larson,
Aye.
Tillman.
Aye, motion carries. Item number 12C. This is the approval of the naming a park site located in Coventry Hills subdivision. I saw this and got excited about what the names were, and then I scrolled down. So where are we at here?
Right, well, it's hard to follow
It is.
the last
Right,
one.
exactly.
I just gotta put that out there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Right, so, this is a property to be able, it's like where exactly, I don't know if you guys know where it's at, because it's kind of hidden, out in the Tanglewood Hills subdivision, just south of that is Coventry Hills.
Okay.
So literally it borders it, and this is right on the border of it, right off of Deer Path Road,
okay.
just south. So when you go onto Deer Path and head south, have you guys ever been to Tanglewood Park?
Mhm.
Instead of going straight to go to Tanglewood, you would take a right to go south, and it's
Okay.
right down there.
Okay.
So you're gonna take a right to go off Deer Path, maybe less than a mile down the road, on the left. So it's a small little property, open area. We have ownership of it, obviously, it's time to name it. And did a little research, trying to come up with some different options. And the 3 different options that I came up with were Deer Path Park, Deer Crossing Park, and Coventry Hills Park. Coventry Hills, because we always, that's what we've called it. That's what we've called it, that's what we call it.
Just like we used to call Peter Frieder's Prairie
Prairie
Commons.
Commons.
That's where it's looking.
Yep. So Deer Path Park, because it's off the road, obviously, and Deer Crossing, because there's historically it's a lot of big treed area. I personally would recommend Deer Path Park. It has pretty good historical significance to it. That road actually is a very, very pretty old road. done maps back into the mid-1800s, so it's pretty cool. It was an old social trail for wildlife, and then it made into a regular, real path into a road, so I would recommend Deer Path Park.
I like the theory about going with the neighborhood so people kind of know, but Deer Path Park really flows nice.
I think it does have a
Yes.
nice flow. And I think it's
And no one famous has a
self-explanatory
rhymy name that's from there or anything.
Right. No, there was not. No, it was pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
It was a hard one to follow.
Mario Terry.
I even said to Allison, I didn't know if I was ready yet, that I needed to dig a little more.
Yeah.
Because I needed to find something exciting, but,
Well, that's when I was like, oh, name of the park. And I scrolled down, I was like,
oh.
I like the Deer Path, you know, I like Deer Path. I was like, but it's not.
It's not Peter Frieders.
Yeah, it's not
Stayed
Peter
west.
Frieders.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from
Yeah.
Peter Freak.
No reflection on you. It's just Peter Frieders was knocking it out of the park.
Right.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
She started this one.
I know it, I should have started with this one.
What's on that?
What are we going to do with what will soon become Deer Path Park? Hint, hint.
We would have to meet, what would we add to it?
Yeah, like how, is it enough for a playground? Is it just going to stay
Yeah,
open
it's enough for a
space?
playground. It's a little over 4 acres.
Oh, okay.
It's split, the problem is though, it's split by, you know how like Bird Lane, the little lanes that go into the Tango subdivision? It's got a little road called Hunt Lane that goes right between the two.
Okay.
So there's a small sections on each, but there is enough room for a shelter
Oh,
and a playground on
Okay.
either side.
cool.
Not big enough for any field or anything, but enough for a shelter and a playground. In the future, if we wanted to do something like that.
Just curious, when you guys decide what you're going to put in the park, do you like, is that like something that you discuss with the residents in the area? You know,
Yep,
that
we
kind
do
of
a
thing?
community input meeting, so we'll deliver postcards to the neighboring area and invite them to a community input session. And then we'll have our landscape architects there, and then they'll have different playground apparatus that people can vote on.
Yeah.
And then they can tell us what they want. And they can have their kids show up, their kids can vote.
Yeah.
The kids love to vote on playgrounds.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So, Deer Path?
I like Deer Path Park.
Deer Path Park.
I think it sounds really nice.
A little bit of alliteration with the Path Park.
Yeah, Deer Path Park.
Deer
Because
Path
I
Park?
would have liked the neighborhood one,
Deer Path
it
Park.
doesn't flow as
Right.
nicely.
Deer Path Park.
Coventry
Say it really
No,
fast.
it's
Deer
Hill.
Path.
It's just a lot to say.
Coventry Hills,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, entertain a motion to name the park site in Coventry Hills subdivision to Deer Path Park.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Larson, second by Bell. Please call the roll.
Person,
Aye.
Bell,
Aye.
Tillman.
Aye, motion carries. Deer Path Park coming.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Can we have a name park without them?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then
We should not put park at the end of one of them, just throw everybody
Just
off.
I would
Yeah.
love that. Deer Path.
Deer Path Highway.
did you want to amend your motion?
No. No. Moving on.
Asking for a friend.
No.
Okay.
No. All right. Item 12D. Approval of naming a park. Oh, geez, we're naming a park here too.
Yep.
Forget about what I said. Approval of naming a park amenity located within the South River Plaza. This is for the little rocks, right? Not rocks. I shouldn't.
The Rock Garden.
The rock garden, right?
With the Parks Foundation.
Right.
Rock and
Yeah.
roll garden.
Yeah, the rock and roll garden over by Peace.
Bridge.
Yeah,
Yep.
And what are the options for that?
It's
Are they, oh.
yeah, there it is.
It's Kindness Garden, Friendship Garden, and Peace Garden. But they're all Rock City.
So
Give me some
that,
feedback on that.
that was, I'm working with the Rock Garden, naming the Rock Garden team. And they suggested that Rock City, Carla Hill, the retired Depot Museum director, is on that team, Rock Garden team, and said Batavia used to be known as Rock City before, back during the Chicago fire.
Oh,
Because of
because of
quarry?
limestone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So they suggested we could, or they liked the idea of putting Rock City before the official name. That's up to you guys. That's,
I feel like it should be saved for something
I really like
spectacular.
Peace- I really
Rock
like
City
Peace Garden.
Pavilion or something where we can like have bands play or something.
Well, Rock City sounds like a Kiss album, so
Yeah,
I
it
don't know if
does.
I want to.
Yeah.
Also.
Sounds musical.
Yeah. That would be fun.
They had a song about Rock City, that's why.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's right, last
Yeah. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, somebody.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Maybe it's a dedication we do about Top Rock.
This is by the Peace Bridge, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, is it just jumping out at us, right?
I mean, Peace
Garden.
Garden seemed like it makes sense, right?
Yeah, Peace Garden.
And it's kind of known, there's rocks there, we don't really need to have rock in the name, right?
Also, there would have to be a plaque to explain that, because we're the energy city.
where Rock City's coming from.
Right, right. That's the only thing I would
It's
say. I
not
like the
Windmill City, it's
history
not-
of it all,
yeah.
but because we're Windmill City and we're energy
Yeah.
city, that's kind of our new
And
thing.
nobody's
I feel a placard in our
sold on it
future.
either way, so.
So, I like the concept and I like the history behind it, but I think we should just go with Peace Garden.
Okay, yeah,
I do too.
I'm digging that too.
all right.
So that means, entertain a motion to name the park amenity located within the South Riverwalk Plaza to Peace Garden.
Motion to approve?
Second,
Motion by Bell, second by Larson. Please call the roll.
Bell.
Aye.
Larson.
aye.
Tillman.
Aye, we now have Peace Garden.
Nice.
We're naming stuff on fun today.
Good day, you guys.
Rolling right along. Item number 12E, approval of resolution number 304, resolution approving the Illinois State Treasurer's Public Treasurer's Investment Pool, also known as the Illinois Funds, as depository for Park District funds and establishing signatories. I need an explanation on that.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Brent's excited, he can't wait to tell you.
The floor is yours.
As I previously kind of touched on, so this would be a new banking relationship, and anytime the Park District establishes a new banking relationship or depository, just a banking institution where we're going to hold some of our funds, it requires our board's approval. So currently our main operating bank is BMO, and then we have three other investment options, PMA, IMET, and IPELAF. So this Illinois Funds, which is a very secure investment pool, it's a state treasurer, it's only available to public agencies throughout the state. So it would be in addition to those existing banking relationships. And the added benefit is that they offer a higher yield, higher interest rate on the account compared to our other options. So we would be looking at maximizing our interest returns as well as just adding some more diversification into our investment options.
Is it just a bank account? Is it like a savings account or is it like
It's-
a market account?
It's essentially like a money market account.
Got it. Oh,
So
okay.
we can deposit funds in and withdraw it that same day. There's no set duration that you have to have the funds with Illinois Funds. It's essentially a savings account or a money market account. So it's
It
very
was an
liquid.
interest-bearing
It's
account.
interest bearing, yes.
What's the percentage that we're looking to diversify into this?
It'll initially be funded by a transfer from our operating account at BMO. So our policy requires that we don't hold greater than 40% at any of our institutions. So I don't have a set idea yet, but
Less than 40%.
it'll be less than 40%, yes.
But we'll still have the BMO account as well as this one. We're just
Yeah.
pulling the money out,
Just
so it doesn't reach
diversifying.
40% at BMO.
Correct.
Okay,
Adding to our investment portfolio.
wonderful. All right, entertain a motion to approve resolution number 304, approving the Illinois State Treasurer's Public Treasurer's Investment Pool, also known as Illinois Funds, as a depository for Park District funds and established signatories.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Larson, second by Bell. Please call the roll.
Larson.
Aye.
Bell.
Aye.
Tillman.
Aye, motion carries. Seeing that we have stricken 13A and we have no other business to come before the board, entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Are you asking me or are you telling me? Motion by Bell, second by Larson. Do you have to have a voice vote for adjournment? Just all at once, right?
Well, that's a voice.
Yeah, that's what I mean, a voice, yeah. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? We are adjourned at 7:51.